What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for dropping in for another video. My name is Josh, and I am just your average Joe day trader. Guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different in this video, but there are a few videos out there that are very similar to this, and number one is about Tesla, and the other one's about the S&P 500. Today, we're going to do a video specifically about how to cheat. Okay, maybe not how to cheat, guys. How to win for sure, how to win with Nvidia. Now, I have Nvidia as a long-term hold stock. It's something that's in my portfolio for my retirement. I have no plans on touching it or doing anything with it. It's going to live in there for hopefully ever, or until it gets to a point where it explodes. I can cash it out and go buy some deserted island somewhere for me to live on for the rest of my life with my family and have this beautiful retirement life. But did you know that there's ways to trade Nvidia without trading Nvidia? If you've watched my other videos about the S&P 500 and about Tesla, you know that there are ways to cheat the stocks. And today in this video, I'm going to share with you the best way to trade Nvidia for a fraction of the cost, but make some big fat money and get rich quick. So let's check this out together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the charts, and I want to show you on my Webull account, which, by the way, if you don't have a Webull account yet and you want to open a Webull account, because any of my videos that you watch, you know that I use Webull as my #1 trading brokerage account. I don't have any type of connection with Webull. I'm not a paid advertiser for Webull, but I use Webull. I like Webull. It's the best one for me. If you are interested and you want up to 20 free stocks, 20 free fractional shares of stocks, you can drop in the description below, click the link for Webull, open your account, get that free money, get that free stock, guys. All right, guys, let's take a quick look at the charts and see what's going on here. As you can see, I've got 4 different charts here on the screen. My recently watched watch list doesn't matter. It's not anything important here, but we'll go ahead and just put, let's see here. Let's put Nvidia plays. Okay. So I've got the S&P 500. I always follow the S&P 500 on every stock trade that I do. I want to know if the S&P 500 is running up or it's running down. It makes a difference for me whether I'm going to get into a stock or I'm going to wait and hold before getting into a stock. I recommend, not financial advice, learn the S&P 500 and its trending so you understand kind of how to get in and out of certain stocks that are driven by the S&P 500. Here are 3 more charts, and you're going to notice something very similar about them. This is Nvidia, Nvda, Nvidia Corporation, okay? This one is NVD, okay? Granite Shares 2X Short NVDA Daily ETF. And this one is the Nvdq T-Rex 2X Inverse Nvidia Daily Target ETF. And you're thinking to myself, dude, have you lost your mind? No, I haven't lost my mind. I'm going to show you the trick. Now, I did pull up on here on the left side the watch list, and this is my Nvidia Plays watch list. All of these stocks in here, guys, okay? Every one of them, with the exception of this one, which I don't even know what that is and how that got in there. But every one of these stocks in my list here are Nvidia-related stocks. Now, can I tell you what every single one of them is? No. Do I use every single one of them to trade? No. Am I going to share with you the best stocks to trade Nvidia? Whether you're day trading it or you want to purchase something as a longer hold? Yes. Nvidia, #1 Nvda. I recommend research the company. It's the 2nd largest company in the world, the largest chip manufacturer company. It's in bed with so many different other companies. If you've watched my other videos, you know that APLD is one of my favorite companies that I day trade every single day. I actually made about $900 today, about $2,500 yesterday. It's my favorite. I love to day trade APLD. APLD has Nvidia as a shareholder. They own $53 million in stock of APLD. Nvidia does. CoreWeave, now also an owner or stock held by Nvidia, is now a new tenant of the APLD data centers. So there's so much going on there. But let's get back to, okay, and I look at this, I even clicked on Lays. Let's get back to what I want to share with you about these three charts right here. So obviously, Nvidia, okay, is very expensive. It closed today in the market at $139.99. And it's down a little bit in the post market. Okay, it's actually, market's been closed for several hours. Post market, it's still running down. So it actually closed more in the 140s, but it's running down, 139.99. Nvidia has little brothers and little sisters. Okay. I'm going to read to you based on what the analysts share about NVD and Nvdq so that I can really give you the analyst perspective of what these stocks are. Then I'm going to tell you how to trade them. So let's start with NVD. This is NVD right here. NVD, it's called Granite Shares 2X Short NVDA, Nvidia Daily ETF. Right now, it's $16.22. Okay, so you can see here it's at $16.22. It's up 0.43, which is 0.43 cents, or 2.72% today. And I'm going to explain to you about that as well. And you guys are going to hear my dogs barking because I think my wife's coming home. But the Granite Shares 2X Short Nvidia Daily ETF, ticker NVD, is an exchange-traded fund designed to deliver twice the inverse, or minus 200% of Nvidia's corporation's Nvda daily stock performance. This means that if Nvidia stock decreases by 1% on any given day, NVD's aim is to increase by approximately 2% and vice versa. Okay? Now, bear with me, guys. The fund achieves this inverse leverage through the use of derivatives such as equity swaps. The inception date for NVD was August 21st, 2023. It's got an expense ratio of 1.50% if you care about all these data details. Their assets under management are approximately $115 million. They have a dividend yield of 16.28% trailing 12 months, which is pretty good as far as dividend. Their recent dividend was $2.61 per share, which was paid out December 2024. And as of June 5th, 2025, NVD has experienced a significant decline over the past year with a one-year return of negative 75.79%. This substantial loss reflects the fund's leveraged inverse exposure to Nvidia stock, which has performed strongly during the same period. So if you guys hear my dogs barking, it's because there's some big ginormous bird on my patio. They're going absolutely nuts. I'm going to put a picture of my puppies up here, guys, because if you've been a subscriber, you're going to see my dogs. I've got a 3-year-old Yorkie named Piper. She's amazing. And a almost 2-year-old golden doodle, mini golden doodle. She's about 17 pounds and full of energy. Unbelievable. That's what you hear barking their heads off. But anyway, let's get back into this. Okay, investor considerations. Leverage ETFs like NVD are intended for short-term trading strategies and are not suitable for long-term investments due to the effects of daily compounding and potential volatility decay. Investors should exercise caution and fully understand the risks associated with inverse leverage products before investing. Okay, so the point I want to get back to here for a minute with you guys is, over the year, they're down negative 75%. Why would Josh or the average Joe day trader recommend you guys trade in a stock that's down 75% for the year? That is like the worst. You would never buy a stock in a company that's down that much for the year, right? You would think they're bombing. Okay, let's go to the next one. Nvdq. Nvdq, which is the T-Rex 2X Inverse Nvidia Daily Target ETF, ticker Nvdq, is a leveraged exchange traded fund designed to deliver negative 200% of the daily performance of Nvidia Corporation stock. This means that if Nvidia stock decreases by 1% in a single day, Nvdq aims to increase by approximately 2% and vice versa. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's exactly the same as the other stock I'm sharing with you. But hold on. This one was their date of inception was October 19, 2003, with an expense ratio of 1.05%, approximately $43.68 million in under management, and their dividend yield is 8.91%. Okay. And this is an open-ended synthetic replication via swaps. That's how they're funded. The management style for this is passive with daily rebalancing, and the issuer is Tuttle Capital Management LLC. Okay. I'm not going to go into the results again because they're almost identical. Their 1-year return is a negative 76.52%, which, quote unquote, this substantial loss reflects the fund's leverage inverse exposure to Nvidia stock, which has performed strongly during the same period. Okay, enough about that. Enough reading, enough ChatGPT, enough Google Lens and Googling it for you guys and reading exactly what the analysts are telling you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Do you want to make money with Nvidia? Yes. Yes, I know you guys are nodding your head. Do you want to buy Nvidia at a fraction of the cost and make fat cash? Yes, you do. Here's how you do it, guys. Okay. When Nvidia is running down, as we see here in this chart, okay, Nvidia, NVD and Nvdq are running up. It's the inverse. Just like if Nvidia is running up, which you see this uptrend here through today, then the inverse T-Rex, Nvdq, or NVD run down. So first and foremost, I'm not an options trader. Matter of fact, I just had a whole conversation with several of the guys in my Discord, not my Discord, but the Discord that I belong to, and sold them like, hey guys, I need some schooling on options. I'd like to learn a little bit about options, and I'd like to play some options, small dollars to learn options, but I'm a retail day trader, guys. I don't do options. I don't like to do swings. I have a long-term portfolio for my retirement because I'm not stupid. I own some stocks. I understand how to do that, but I'm not smart when it comes to options, guys. I don't get the strike price. I don't get the how to select the put, how to select the call, how to select the date. All right, it's very complicated. And I don't want to put $1,000 into something that potentially at the end of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm down to zero. Okay, at least when I buy shares of stock for $1,000 and it goes down to $400, I've got a chance to get back to $1,000 or go to $2,000, right? I might be bag holding stock, but at least I haven't lost anything. And I said 1,000,000 times over, you don't lose anything in the market until you sell. Okay, well, in Nvidia, you can buy, okay, right now, $140 stock for $1.75 or $1.76, or depending on how aggressive you want to be, $16. Now, the inverse 2 times X, okay, and the Granite shares 2 times X, they do both give you about a 2% return on your money. So here's what I say. Don't jump in without doing your own research and your own homework on this, guys. But if you love Nvidia and you see Nvidia is on an upswing and you want to make some Nvidia money, then buy Nvdq or buy NVD shares and day trade it or swing trade it. If you know that Nvidia is going to have some sort of negative impact news, then you buy these two shares, these two stocks, and it's going to run down. And when it runs down, you're actually running up. So you're making money while Nvidia is losing money. You guys follow what I'm saying? And vice versa. If Nvidia is making money, they're losing money. Hence why when it says that NVD and Nvdq are down almost 75% or more in the negative, it's because Nvidia has been cranking all year, guys. My Nvidia shares, I got in somewhere around, I don't know, 70, 80 bucks. It's at $140. Okay. So obviously, Nvidia's performance this year has been superb. And with it being superb, the other ones suck. okay? But they don't actually suck because all you're doing is having an opportunity to make money in the reverse or in what they call the inverse, guys. So you want to trade Nvidia? Buy Nvdq, buy Nvd. This is not financial advice. I'm sharing with you my strategy and how I make money and how I trade Nvidia in the short term. Even like it said, these are not meant for long term. And be careful, there is risk in this. You have to be super careful. But if you follow the candlestick patterns and you set your support and resistance levels, which guys, I have many training videos on both. Jump in and look at them. Then you can make money on this cheat, on this pattern, in this strategy. Guys, if you are here visiting for the first time and you're not subscribed, guys, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. It's a quick click just to subscribe. I try to post videos every single day, sometimes multiples, and I'm trying to give you the best day trade stocks to get in and out of to make money while I'm making money. Also, do me a favor, hit the like button if you love this video, guys, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, thanks so much for coming and being part of this video. I look forward to you seeing the next one, and I especially look forward to making the next one for you. Guys, Josh out. Peace. Okay, and the last thing I want to share with you guys about Nvidia is, as I mentioned, if you look over here, there are 11 different stocks. These are all the different tickers. Okay,
and the last thing I want to share with you guys about Nvidia is, as I mentioned, if you look over here, there are 11 different stocks. These are all the different tickers. Okay, Nvdq, Nvdl, Nvdii, Nvdw, Nvyy. These are all Nvidia
run type stocks. What that means is they all do somewhat different things in the up or the down against Nvidia and with Nvidia. But the two that work the best for me that I found by going through these
they all do somewhat different things in the up or the down against Nvidia and with Nvidia.
If you want to go look at all the rest of them and kind of look at the pattern
that I found by
some
going through
these
and
understand them,
Nvdq,
there might be some better ones in there based on what
I would recommend you research
but
those
I like
first.
When something's
and if you want to go
down
look at all the rest of them and kind of look at the pattern, and I can do some homework on it and understand them,
for
there might be some better ones in there based on what you want to do. But I like when something's going down 1%, I'm getting a 2% return, and I can buy a whole lot of shares for $1.75 or even $16 and make a ton of money versus me only being able to buy, say, 20 shares of Nvidia itself.
So,
you know, because it's
I'm sharing this with you. Number one, to be careful.
So take a look at that. And the last thing I want to tell you guys is there's a bunch of stocks that are driven by Nvidia.
He's run with
so
and those are
I'm sharing this with you. Number one, to be careful. And then number two, so you know that if you want to get into some of these stocks, when Nvidia is running up and running hot, these run with it. And those are CoreWeave, CRWD, Snap, which is Snapchat, believe it or not, AI, which is C3.ai, NVTS, which many of you may know right now is on a super uptrend.
Rivian, which if you guys know the electric
Rocket,
trucks.
RKT.
APLD, hello. APLD.
That's Rocket Companies, not Rocket Labs.
And
not to be
obviously, Nvidia itself,
Rivian,
I have in my
which
list.
If you guys know the electric trucks.
But those are the stocks that are primarily driven by Nvidia.
Woo-hoo.
So if any of those are interesting to you,
obviously,
some of them are
Nvidia
small
itself,
dollars,
I have in my
medium
list,
dollars,
so I can do some
high
comparison.
dollars. But again,
those are the
don't
stocks
just jump
that are
into
primarily driven by
Josh
Nvidia.
said so.
So if any of those are interesting to you, some of them are small dollars, medium dollars, high dollars. But again, don't just jump into any stocks because Josh said so. This is not financial advice to you guys. You've got to do some homework.
Thank you so much for jumping into this video.
You got to research the companies. You got to understand what's going on with them
before you jump in and dump your hard-earned,
money that you worked for.
Please hit the subscribe button. Please click the like button.
Thank you so much for jumping into this video.
Bell so you'll be notified.
I really look forward to making the next one for you, and I'm so happy that you came here. If this is your first time subscribing, please hit the subscribe button. Please click the like button. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And drop me a comment, guys. Let me know if you appreciate this video, or you could even say, Josh, that video sucked. I totally would be fine with that. I like communication. Let's get into it, guys, together.
All right, you can come in if you want. I'm done.
Let's do it Nvidia style. Josh out. Peace.